Hello and welcome everybody to another edition of Daddy's Game Time. I'm Leo, that's Francisco, and he's Rick, and we're bringing you a special edition of your family-friendly show today for gamers and daddies alike all over the world. We're doing a special Valentine's Day episode today. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Gaming, movies, and pop culture, that's right.
That's what we do.
And Valentine's special.
That's how we roll, guys.
Today we're doing the St. Valentine's special for all of you people out there that are going to be suckers and going out tomorrow. Tomorrow, or if tomorrow is today for you guys.
You heard it
Valentine's
from Leo.
Day.
You heard it from Leo. Suckers.
Yeah, man, that Valentine's Day has been so commercialized nowadays that more
every holiday commercialized?
More and more people get into marital and relationship
Whoa.
I guess you could say
family friendly show, guys.
fights, not fights, but
discussions
over where we're gonna eat. There's a lot of people there. It's gonna be packed. Overall, it ends up being kind of like a snafu. You know,
I like that photo floating around the internet where it has a restaurant with the name wherever, and then there's like a little quote, "Babe, where do you want to go eat today?"
Whatever.
So I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where it's kind of like a buyer beware type of thing where it's not about going out necessarily. I mean, that's fine, but it's just about being with each other and being in each other's presence and enjoying each other's presence. And it doesn't have to be this big commercialized thing. It could just be something as simple as going out for ice cream for some people. And not only that, but I've also noticed that more and more people marginalize the people that...
Marginalize? What's with the fancy words today, Leo? I'm sorry, I have to point it out.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna compartment. I can't even say it. Moving on.
But
compartmentalize. There we go.
People marginalize others that don't have that special someone in their life. They try to make them feel bad about themselves. And let us not forget the original essence of St. Valentine's Day is to celebrate, yes, your relationship, like a wifey type of relationship. Romantic type of relationship, your bae.
Now terms.
Also friendship. And that's what a lot of people forget, that this holiday was initialized for friendship and your romantic relationship. So if you're watching out there by yourself, don't worry. We got a very special show for you today. And we hope you enjoy. We got a few surprises. We have the top romances in gaming coming up towards the second half of our show. But first, Francisco has some pretty spicy news of the week.
I do, huh?
Spicy.
Well, basically,
on a level of what's that unit, Scoville units? What do they call it when like the heat, the intensity of like how they measure jalapenos, habaneros, and all that?
Hot.
This is 3 jalapenos hot right here.
Oh man!
Right. So basically,
Andrew Servin's watching.
Hey, Andrew.
We're live right now. So Andrew Servin's watching. What's up, man? Kudos. Nate Serna. Special news from Nate Serna.
I like
he
his
says,
comment.
Hey guys, 8 got my NES hacked, bro. It has 130 games now.
We're gonna talk about the NES Classic too later on.
So it's been hacked. 130 games on it.
Second half of the show.
Stay tuned for that.
Kudos
for that
you.
talk.
Kudos
so basically, the first thing that we have to talk about is Mr. Tony Stark himself, Robert Downey Jr. He had a live stream Q&A 2 days ago. And I was doing something on the computer. I'm like, I might as well watch it because I got the notification because, I follow him. I like to say we're friends on Facebook, but I just follow him.
Leo's still waiting for him to come for his interview.
So basically,
That's right.
It let
right.
us
He owes
know,
me that interview.
Throw back to season 1.
It let us know that he was having a Q&A, and it was kind of cute because he's talking about his camera guy, and you could hear on the voice that it was the kid that plays Spider-Man now, Tom Holland. So basically, I'm like, oh, okay, so that's not news because we already knew that they were at the set of Infinity War right there. And basically, he just pretty much said, implied that Spider-Man was going to be in it. We already kind of knew they kind of already had hinted at it, but
that's why it was implied, but now it's like solidified. This
was the big news. As soon as he was about to end it, in walks in Chris Pratt, who plays Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I just went like, oh my god. So I'm trying to screenshot the phone to kind of put the news.
His
and finally,
hands literally exploded.
I did
when it
like
was
3
happening.
or 4 screenshots, and they all fell. Finally, I got the last one, and that's when I posted the news that the Guardians of the Galaxy will indeed be in Infinity War. So that's
Awesome.
That's hot. 3 jalapeno
Awesome.
hot.
3 jalapeno hot. That's for sure, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for
So-
this next Avengers film.
So let's.
The first 2, you guys know this. It's been well documented on our show before.
He doesn't like them.
I like them, but I'm not a huge fan. I don't think they're a big deal. I just think they're fun popcorn summer action films. But beyond that, they don't really tickle my fancy very much.
It goes more towards how much of a fan you are of Marvel, above DC.
Don't get me wrong. I love some of the Marvel films. I thought Civil War was amazing.
What I mean is, everybody's a fan of Marvel. Everybody's a fan of DC to some extent. But how much you actually are intrigued by the story, the origins, even to the minor detail of the costumes, the personality of the characters. So, yes, there was a lot of changes, costume-wise, personality-wise, story-wise, on both of the Avengers, the first and the second.
Right.
But I really felt like this is awesome. Just that clash of all these superheroes that are coming together, as opposed to seeing them in their own separate individual films, was, to me, what made it like, this is awesome. Yes, there was things to pick at about, things here and there. But
right.
at least to me, I can overlook those and say, like, whatever. Give me the next one. I want the next one.
I was telling Rick earlier before you got here, Leo, that it'd be really amazing if they can get in Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist in it. I'd be happy with that. Finally,
Yeah, Daredevil would be cool to see in there. But at the same time, I think about how powered up some of these superheroes are. And I just don't see Daredevil tangling
Black
in
Widow.
there.
Well, that's
What
the whole
superpower
point.
does Black Widow
Yeah, that's
have?
true. That's
Hawkeye.
true. Good point. Hawkeye,
Exactly.
Black Widow. That's true. They can mix it up, I suppose, after
That's the
putting
whole.
that into perspective.
That's the whole point of this whole alliance kind of thing that they've got going on, where they've got super powered
Gauntlet.
superheroes
Yeah,
with
Thunder,
just regular
Thundercats.
superheroes, and they're back to back. They're partnering up and whatnot.
Now in production.
But just, I don't know, just the level of awesomeness that's coming in with all these characters. Avengers to me was awesome. Guardians of the Galaxy was awesome. I can't wait for Volume 2 to come out. That's freaking nuts.
Yes.
That is really juicy. I have to say, it's
Juicy.
But let's switch it up a little
Juicy.
bit to the DC side of things.
Flip it
Come
over.
on, Leo. Tell us what's going on there.
Yeah, man. The Batman. The Batman has officially been maybe sort of kind of postponed, would you say? I mean,
No, they do have a new director. It's the guy that
It's-
did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
it's kind of gearing up for
failure.
failure in a way.
Well, they already
Although
set it up for.
It does
I
give
don't
me
know.
hope that the guy who directed Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is at the helm of this film, because Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is one of my all-time favorite films.
Yeah, it was a good.
It was a
yeah,
great
yeah.
film, and I love the way he executed things. I love Affleck as Batman; he fits in greatly. However, it seems to me like there's rumblings. There's a little bit of a tumultuous times there at
Discrepancies.
Well, Affleck
Where
was supposed to direct,
DC.
right?
Affleck was supposed to direct, and suddenly he's not. They took away that from him. He can't be happy about that, I would assume. And now there's rumors. Now, keyword rumors that Affleck might just do one more film.
Justice League and the Batman, and that might
Right,
be
right.
it.
The Justice League, I think
That's a given.
it already
Just-
wrapped,
yeah.
didn't it?
Mhm.
In the principal photography, and the Batman film, that one's gonna shoot. But that might be it, as far as Affleck being Batman. That might be it. So I don't know. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. I have been more than disappointed lately with some of the DC films that have came out, because Christopher Nolan set the bar so high with
They should've
his
stuck with
his
them.
version of Gotham, his version of Batman, his version of the villains in the Batman universe. But now that you are including the other Justice League characters, the other
Superpower
superheroes,
beings.
that kind of goes against what Nolan established.
That
because
universe,
he,
yes.
he established a realism to this Caped Crusader, and honestly, with guys like Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, you can't really establish realism, to be honest.
No, you're talking about it's a topic that in no way can you make it real. There's always going to be that fiction, that fantasy aspect to it, no matter what you do or what you say. I mean, that's how it's going to be. But yeah, I can see how it just, I don't know, like what we were just talking about a second ago with Marvel. Even though it's all fake and it's obviously it's not real,
It makes sense.
It meshes and it's fun. So far on the DC side, I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna watch it because
Because it's DC.
because I need to see it
Yeah.
because it's just something to watch, something to know what's kind of going on.
I mean,
but it's more of a chore than a pleasure of like, oh, I gotta see this.
could you had imagine all of these movies when we were kids?
No.
Exactly. So it's like
Whoa.
it's candy. You know, it's like it may not be the best candy, but it's candy. I'll take it.
It's
you
like,
know.
it's like that. What's that? The corn candy. What?
Oh,
The
candy
orange
corn.
one.
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
It's
The
like
one
the
that-
worst one, but you
nobody-
still have it.
But it's still candy.
Hey,
It's
I
in
like
there.
candy corn.
Yeah, my wife actually likes candy corn a lot too.
All right,
It's
black
her
licorice.
favorite.
Black licorice.
There we go. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Nobody
man.
likes black
So-
licorice.
I mean, yeah, the Batman. It's one of those wait and see situations. But last time I had a wait and see situation, I was very, very disappointed by the Suicide Squad,
Oh,
and I wish I could say
See?
I was disappointed by Batman
it had
versus Superman,
potential.
but
It had so
I
much
wasn't, but-
potential, but you know, it
To
was
me-
poorly executed.
To
at the
me,
end.
if they would have taken out all the characters of DC and just relabeled them as somebody else, bam, instant movie.
It's that Joker, dude. That Joker was the one that ruined it. I don't know.
the
To
Joker is
me,
always like the
ugh.
key to a good Batman,
Yes.
and this Joker was just a big
It was
letdown.
it was way over the top.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they try to be so much like Heath Ledger and
But-
try to pass him, and no.
But
It was too much of a
in
Joel
its-
Schumacher type Joker.
in its own, I mean, that's I mean, I don't know. I see what you're talking about, but take Ledger's Joker out of the mix. Like if that never happened,
Right.
and then if you would have saw this Joker, what would you have thought?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Moving on.
And
Relationships.
Andrew
He
agrees
has
with
a
that.
good point.
Video games. You know, we promised our viewers out there we were going to talk about this. Romances in video games. You know, guys, it's a kind of a hot topic this time of the year, every year, for gamers and tech enthusiasts alike. And you know, just what are some of the best relationships in video games? And because you know, the narrative in video games has changed so much over the years. Sometimes we have games where it just seems really cheesy, but for some reason it works.
I can't do that.
And then there's other moments in video
Potato.
games where
Potato.
they really do kind of make a little bit of a connection there.
Whoa.
And it's very difficult because it's a really, really new media. I mean, I know it's been going on for just over 30 years now, gaming.
Give or take.
Yeah,
take.
but yeah, I mean, I want to give, before we get to our top list, I want to give a few honorable mentions.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man.
Mister.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wasn't
and-
that like the first ever couple?
I don't even think they were a couple because I don't think they were ever together in a game.
hey, it's Mrs.
I mean, it's
Mrs. Pac-Man.
It's implied that they're together. I mean,
Mrs. Pac-Man. Okay.
All right.
And in
Cool.
the cartoons, it was Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man. Another one, Guacamelee.
nowadays terms would be like Bay Pac-Man.
Guacamelee.
Yeah, one of my favorite 2D games ever, Guacamelee, with Juan Aguacate and El Presidente's daughter.
Oui.
You know,
Oh.
that was a cool one. He died and came back from the
Spoilers.
dead to rescue El
Oh,
Presidente's daughter.
Oh, you mean the
from-
Book of Life?
Seriously.
Sort of like that.
Oh.
Yeah. It has the same sort of theme, but
I
throw
love that
in
movie,
some
by the way.
Mexican luchador action and boom, you're all set.
Nacho.
Yeah.
Nacho.
Yeah.
You know what? My wife and I were watching Nacho Libre the night that she gave birth. Like we didn't even finish watching the movie, so we had to rush to the hospital.
Jack
we
Black has that
finished
effect.
We never finished watching it. Well, I've seen it, but she hasn't. And throughout the whole movie, she was just like, "What the heck is this?" But she enjoyed it.
Jack
And
Black
we
does have
to
that
finish
effect.
You remind me of that.
Okay, so we're going to go against
Stay tuned, Andrew. Stay tuned.
a little bit of convention here, and we're going to start with number one.
Number one.
Yeah, we're going to go down because, why keep our fans waiting? We're starting right with the hot stuff. So, yeah, we got number one here. One of my all-time favorite franchises, Uncharted. We have Nathan Drake and Elena Fisher. Their relationship right from the start was kind of rocky. There were sparks that were obviously flying right away. However, and then they had great chemistry on screen, and the voice acting was just so well done. The story, the way it took them was so well done. At one point, there was kind of like a love triangle type of thing happening in one of the games, and it just created that much more tension, and it raised the stakes that much more to where it really made you think, like, who is Nathan Drake actually gonna end up with, if he even ends up with anybody? Because this is a rough and tough tumble kind of guy.
Isn't he like an Indiana Jones type of character?
He totally is. He's a totally independent type of dude, and she is one of those
kind of guy.
one of those people in video games that was just right along. She could keep up right with him, no matter what adventure he was on. She was right on his trail, or even ahead of him a few steps.
Cool.
In some instances, and so that's one of the things that just made that relationship work, even when they weren't officially together. But spoiler here, they do end up together.
She's the non-Tomb Raider Lara Croft.
She could technically be like a Lara Croft. She can handle herself. She can handle her weapons. She can handle her thing.
Her thing.
You mean do her thing, not handle her thing. I don't know what handling
Yeah.
her thing means.
I was thinking
Well,
about her camera.
Valentines.
She's a reporter, so she's like,
Gotcha.
boom, with
Gotcha.
a gun,
Gotcha.
Yeah, she could record herself killing you. She's awesome. No, but that's one of the one of number one, my favorite relationship in a game. Another popular one that we have seen throughout the years is Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda is one of those beloved franchises, and we all enjoy a good Link adventures.
Yeah, but Zelda and Link had never really been romantically involved.
Right. There was some, I guess,
maybe on Skyward Sword.
A little bit of an allusion to it, because they were always together and so fond of each other, plus him rescuing her all the time. But where it all came together was in Skyward Sword. Francisco, you played that game.
I love that
to
game.
death.
To death.
So elaborate a little bit more on this relationship.
Well, basically, this relationship is, Skyloft is where they live now, up in the sky. It's like an island in the sky. And there's not a lot of, I guess, they're not human. Hylian? There's not a lot of Hylian.
Skylian. Sky people, or I forgot what they call them.
Yeah, so, it's like they have to be together because there's not a lot to choose from, I guess, kind of thing.
It's like a village of like 10 people.
Yeah, so basically, there's a guy, I can't remember the villain's name, but he acts up kind of like the guy from Back to the Future, the villain.
Ramses.
No, not Ramses. Ramses.
Biff.
Yeah, kind of like a Biff character, and he's always, so like, yeah. So he wants to hook up with Zelda, of
Hello,
course.
McLink.
And she never really wants to, and she hangs out with Link a lot, but they never really imply that they're together. Right. So it's kind of like the closest in the whole history of Zelda's where they actually kind of hint at the fact that they may be together. So I don't know. They're more like they're destined to be together because of the Triforce.
As it is across many different games, many different lives or eons, they always end up together.
It's
as
like
in working
prophecy
together
type of deal.
But I don't think it's ever implied or showed in a way that they had some kind of deeper relationship to one another.
Just we gotta do this,
and
buddy.
Our next couple, Mario and Peach. The classic. He's been trying to rescue her since the good old Donkey Kong
Sorry, but our
days.
princess is in another castle.
But the same thing with Link and Zelda, though. I don't think they've ever shown them having much more of a deeper connection rather than like a friendship. I gotta go save her.
She baked them a cake.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, you just don't bake a cake for just anybody.
That's the ultimate friend zone.
No, dude.
I think what was it on the latest Mario game? I think she kisses him on the cheek. That's about it. That's about it.
That's how you start, dude.
That's how you keep it rated G.
That's how it starts.
She's keeping it rated G, homie. Straight up.
I say she friend zoned him
Okay,
from the first
look.
time he saved her.
Well,
dude takes her to his castle, Bowser.
Or King Koopa.
Mario, he could be like, all right, cool. They're together. They got a thing going on. They got a thing. I'll leave them alone. But no, bro. He's like, nah.
Not Mario, bro.
He's going after her.
That's my princess right there.
And you know what?
He goes after her.
He even gets an accent going.
He could have stopped us after the first castle when they told him our princess is in another castle. But he went through 7 worlds.
Yeah.
They have...
Plus, there's that whole Italian machismo thing to play as well, like that if I can't have her, nobody can type of thing.
That's true.
All I gotta
Mario
say
might
is
be
they're
psycho for all we know.
They're BFFs. That's all they are.
I mean, look at that. See, they're right there, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, like, who knows? Maybe Peach wants Bowser, and Mario just keeps like showing
He's
up.
ripping her away.
Like this.
Yeah.
Pimp Bowser is trying to steal Princess Peach, and Mario ain't having none of that, right?
Yeah, Mario's like, here we go.
Look at that. Pimp Bowser.
Look at her face. It's like, get me out of here. Look. All I'm saying is, yes, it could be that they're like the ultimate couple. He sacrifices every day, every second of his life to saving her. I can see that. But there's never any kind of connection that, it's happening.
Maybe in this game, Rick. Just gotta give it a chance.
It is an odyssey. It is an odyssey.
You never know. That's right. So Mario, man. Mario could be that jealous machista boyfriend, Who knows?
Dude,
imagine?
So he's just like at home, gets home from work, and he's like, "Where's dinner? Oh, where's the wife? I gotta go find her now." Mario Machista, no.
Like, she's out with the Bowser. Okay. Next relationship.
Nope.
Big Boss and Eva from the Metal Gear Solid series. Another one of the greats in video game history. Obviously, he's an icon. Metal Gear Solid is an icon. And what can you guys tell me about this relationship? Personally, I have not played this game, so I'm curious to know why this made the list.
So Eva is Big Boss. It's the original Big Boss. It's a title that you get when you're the best of the best, basically. Obviously, they met, back when. And in Metal Gear 4, I believe that's when Big Boss is older. She's older as well. She's the mother of the terrible infant or whatever they were called. Remember that?
Lalililalu.
Exactly.
No, I don't know all these acronyms.
Well, basically, Solid Snake and Liquid Snake
came from him.
Yeah, from her.
them.
Yeah. So they're supposed to be clones, but she was the surrogate mother. So it's oh man, the whole Metal Gear series. See, that's the guy that I was telling you. Rick. See,
yeah.
That's the time.
Look.
Anyway,
it kind of rings a bell, but I can't remember. Side story. That's
we're talking about something earlier. But yeah, basically they love each other. They're in love, but she's kind of like her superior,
right?
Or his superior, I mean. And later on, they just end up fighting. It's like, I need to kill you because,
So is this
like
a love-hate type of relationship?
No, it's love, but they have to fight because that's how war works. It's the whole Metal Gear,
like
genre,
zany.
They were kind of pitted against each other.
Yeah,
they had to fight
and they have to.
Okay. The thing is, I'm honestly, it's been a while since I played any
so
Metal Gear game.
So their loyalty to their faction was greater than their love for each other.
Yeah.
Very tragic. Kind of like in Titanic, Rose's loyalty to being on top of that wooden chest was greater than the life of Jack.
You mean the floating door that she was on when she let him go?
It was a chest, wasn't it?
I think it was a
door. It was a big chest.
It was a piece of wall.
It's a big piece of wood that he obviously fit on. And she's like, "Oh no, Jack." No,
sorry,
Jack.
man.
Sorry, Jack.
Sorry, I miss you forever.
One of the greatest romantic films of all time.
You don't fit.
No, suddenly she starts eating chips so you can get bigger. You don't fit.
But talking about Metal Gear, though, I love those games.
They're fun.
They're awesome.
Really
they're entertaining as heck. I can't remember too much of the story because I got lost in all those acronyms and factions and past storylines, and I just play through it and I'd be like, I passed it. I'm done. I walk away.
I'm done with you.
I don't try to understand it. I just play it. That's it.
All right, so then moving on to number 5.
Yeah, the last one on our list here, we have one of the greatest franchises of all time, Resident Evil, with Leon and Ada.
Ada Wong.
Ada Wong. So another game. I have played these games, but it's been so long. I don't remember them having a relationship with each other. Can you guys elaborate on that for me, please?
Well, it started in Resident Evil 2. That's when we...
He is dreamy.
Well,
He is dreamy. I mean, look at him.
That's when we first encountered Leon, right? When we were playing his scenario, because remember, it used to be 2 scenarios. When we play with Leon, he encounters Ada, from time to time, and she saves them a whole bunch of times. But we never really know what her intentions are because she keeps trying to steal certain things, plants, potions, whatever they do in that world. And
green herbs and red herbs.
So basically, Leon is actually after her as well. Like, he's trying to capture her, imprison her, whatever. And then at the end of that game, it seems as though she died. So we think that she dies. But then later, in this one right here, Resident Evil 4, where Leon's the protagonist again, she comes back. And so they rekindle their relationship, they kiss, blah, 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 whatever. Do things. And then again...
Do stuff.
In Resident Evil 6, I believe she comes back as well.
Can you imagine if that was like the voiceover on a trailer for a video game? Resident Evil 4.
They do things.
Do stuff.
Do stuff.
So yeah, so I don't know. I think it's kind of like the Big Boss and Metal Gear relationship that they have going is like she works for a secret organization trying to capture umbrellas.
So it's like a very secretive
like
person that he's after, that he's interested in, but it kind of shows a little bit more in the I'm just trying to capture her. Like,
right.
He's like after her.
Oh yeah, he wants her.
But
man.
yeah, Leon.
So that's our Valentines.
So our Valentines, we have
what, though?
Nathan and Elena.
Hold on.
Link and Zelda. Mario and Peach. Big Boss and Eva. Leon and Ada. Those are our top 5.
I gotta actually throw one more in there. I'll say it as an honorable mention because we only did a top 5 list. The one game that I first had a sentimental feeling towards, as far as like a couple kind of, was Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
Now, when this game came out,
now we did discuss Final Fantasy VII before we started rolling video for this show, but you mentioned that the relationship was never really cemented; it was just alluded to.
What happens is, it's a standard RPG. I think I don't have to explain it. Final Fantasy VII, it's a great game. There's the main character, Cloud.
We got Cloud.
There's a secondary main character, Ares.
From God of War.
From God of War.
These two, not that Ares.
I'm kidding.
Wait, hold on, I'm mispronouncing Aerith. I think it's Aerith. Sorry.
Or is it Aerith?
Don't troll me, guys. Don't troll me. So,
feel free to troll him.
She was like, this is in a time where all chaos, government's crazy, right? So everything is just nuts.
Ken Palmer's watching us.
Hey,
Ken!
What's up, Ken?
What's up, Ken?
She is like the last gleam of light and hope in this world within these characters. Now, the reason why I said it wasn't really cemented was because back in this time frame...
Cemented.
Like,
there we go with the fancy words.
Real cement. Gravel. Back in this time when the game, came out, there wasn't that much cinematics in games. There wasn't that much in-depth story for characters as there are now. So a lot of this played on your own kind of personal imagination and your own perspective of how these things run, right? But every time she came out, they had this like little, not sad, but this little like happy, slow, melodic kind of music, like angelic almost.
Okay.
And it made you feel like, oh, she's
the
awesome.
one. She's the babe.
And it comes to this point where, the characters are, right there. The story goes on. Probably about halfway into the game, disc 2 of the 3, I think. she dies. And she just doesn't die. Like, she gets killed by the
Dude, I haven't
protagonist.
played it yet.
Like violently.
You had like 2
it.
decades to play this
Check it out,
game.
that's
Dude,
the
the
remake.
trailer,
So
that's the
the
remake.
trailers for the game that's about
that's-
to be released.
That's a remake. That's
The
not the
remake.
original. So when the bad guy, the protagonist, kills her
Protagonist
in front of Cloud, the main guy,
Dang.
you're
who
like,
has awesome hair.
Ruthless. Yeah. Snap.
and the sound, the music. Again, there was no voiceover at this time. There was
Because it
not
wasn't
so
like
much sound
Nintendo
effects.
64 because
was-
we all know that was better.
It was
They
the
had
music.
real voice.
The music,
Mm-hmm.
and as she basically dies, she has this. I think it's called materia, if I remember
She goes-
correctly,
she
which
goes,
is basically the magic. She has this like a little gem in her ribbon, right? And so when she dies, it falls off, and it's like bouncing off of like ladders, I think, into like a deep pool, and you're just like, oh, there goes the light. Like you die. That's it in real life. So
Sounds to me like that's pretty cemented. That relationship. How come you
no,
didn't end this?
because they never like as a couple, they were friends. But it kind of implied that they were a little bit
they
more
were
than
on
friends.
their way there to a little bit more than friends.
But yeah,
And more than cemented.
that one was
a tearjerker.
Rick's crying here.
See, for Rick to cry, it must have been
love
really, really sad.
It must have been.
'Cause
But then
Rick has
again,
no feelings.
That's like an 80-hour game. Rick was probably like hoping for a little kiss at the end. And after
Something.
75
Nah,
hours
she
of
was dead.
playing,
She
after
dead.
75
She dead,
hours
yo.
of playing, Rick was really crying
She
because he
dead.
didn't get that happy ending.
she died, yo.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that sucks.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was I think that was probably the only like couple in gaming that I always thought like, man, that was messed up. And then there was this rumor that you can resurrect her and this and that. It was not true. But everybody was
Rick
like,
played it 5 more times.
It's gotta happen.
So you could try that out.
So who knows? Maybe the
80
remake.
more hours.
80 times 5.
Gotta
Yeah, I
kill it.
remember you used to play that game like at least once a year.
Oh god, dude.
You wasted so much. I mean, well, I say wasted.
And
but
then
it's
he
not really
sold it.
wasted. Yeah.
I don't
So,
know. I think I still have it.
It's one of
somewhere.
those games that disappeared mysteriously.
Mysteriously. I think I actually have that.
Oh
one.
man.
I think it's in there.
I have it in my backlog actually. I bought
It's in my
it. I bought
backlog?
it for PlayStation 3.
Speaking of, Final Fantasy has like a 50. Not Final Fantasy. Square Enix. They have like a 50% off sale right now. No
Excellent.
affiliation,
Excellent.
but you know.
Wait, through what?
Their PC.
Steam
I think they are
or
Steam
their
codes.
website?
No, no, it's from their website, but I
Okay,
think they are
okay.
Steam codes.
Cool.
50%
Check 'em out.
off on a whole bunch of
You
games.
like Final Fantasy? Check them out.
PC
Very
gaming.
romantic. That's right.
That's
And
right.
if you like gaming, movies, and pop culture, remember to check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram.
Instagram.
We also have T-shirt designs like what you see there on your screen. We have daddysgametime.com/merchandise where you have original designs by Leo and Francisco.
Original the designs.
Boom! We're back.
Whoa.
And before
Original
we go,
designs.
before we go, there's a rumor going around that if you are in the lookout for a NES Classic, you better find it and quick because apparently there's in production.
Oh,
Coming April or May, you may not be able to find it anymore. So I still don't want to pay that inflated price. So if you find
wait,
it,
who's inflating the price? It's not 60 anymore?
Oh, well, the scalpers.
The scalp. Oh, hey,
You know,
see, I see
that's
what
the
you're
only
saying.
place you can find it is
So
on eBay for like
If
150
you got one,
plus. You're
kudos
lucky.
to you.
You're very lucky.
And if you got it hacked and got 100 and what did you say,
Like our
150 games?
Pal here, Nate Cerna.
Yeah.
Good job. So yeah, so if you find it, don't even think about it. Just buy it. If you don't want to keep it later on, you can resell it for like 3 times its price.
Excellent. Excelente. Well, with all that said, thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you click that like button and subscribe to our channel. And until next time, enjoy your games and love your families. I'm Leo with
Rick.
and
Francisco.
bye.
Adios.